install our clutch and chain, we will need a 1/2 inch wrench, a pair of needle nose pliers, a 1/8 inch Allen key, and you may also need a non-marring hammer. The parts you will need for the clutch are going to be obviously the clutch, 2 1/8 inch set screws, and a Woodruff key. You will also need the chain, a master link set, and a 1/2 inch bolt with flat washer and lock washer. We will also be using PB Blaster white lithium grease. Snap ring pliers are used to remove and install snap rings. I will show you how to do this in the next clip.
Now to take this clutch apart, we're going to take our snap ring pliers, going to open them up a little bit and put them in either one of these holes and close your pliers so it opens it up. Sometimes they can be a little bit tricky. There it goes, and it will come off just like that. And we'll set that aside. And then to separate it, pull the top half off the bottom. This is what we're going to lubricate right here. We're going to put a little bit of that white lithium grease on it, and we don't want to oversaturate it, but we want to get it very well lubricated. Now it says to shake the can up, so that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to take it and spray it a little bit. A little bit turned out to be a lot more than I thought it would. Take that, spread it around. We're going to take our rag. We're going to wipe this. Matter of fact, we can just pull out. I'm going to wipe this off so it doesn't sling any extra grease around. Because what we don't want is for that grease to get on the clutch parts inside here. These friction discs, these are what expand on the outside of the clutch. So we're going to drop that ring back on there, rub that in just a little bit more. If yours has a bronze bushing in it, that bushing will actually soak up a lot of that grease or oil, whichever lubricant you prefer to use. And we're going to take our top plate, put it back on, and get our snap ring as it falls off. So that's how your snap ring is going to look on those pliers. Squeeze them open and drop it down on there. Hopefully yours goes on there the first time. Mine's giving me a little bit of an issue. Nothing I can't work with. Alright, just make sure it snaps in place. And it's good to go. And now that we've got our clutch lubricated very well, we're going to go ahead and install it on our motor. Okay, over here on this side of our engine we have the crankshaft. So we're going to take our little key that we have, we're going to put it right in the groove that's on the crankshaft. This is called the keyway. We're going to slide it all the way back. Next we're going to take our clutch. We're going to take our clutch with the teeth on the outside. And I have to move my wheel out of the way just a little bit. Line up the keyway on the clutch with your key. And then slide it all the way over top until it stops. Now you may need to rotate your engine crankshaft just a little bit. So you'll hold the back plate of the clutch, and when you hold it, you're able to move the crankshaft. If you just grab the front, it's going to free spin on you. So push that all the way back. Take your Allen key. Mine's a little bit short, but I imagine it'll do fine just the same. You're going to tighten down these set screws. So one of the set screws puts pressure on your Woodruff key, the other one puts pressure on the crankshaft. We can get it in there. Well, sometimes you may not be able to if your tools are a little bit short, so I'm just going to get it as tight as I can like that. And we're going to call that good. Alright, now when you install your chain, bring it all the way around to where it sits like that on your sprocket. Take your link half, put it right between those two. You put the plate on. Now I'm going to rotate up to the top of the clutch because that's the easiest for me. But if you have access where your link is at, then you can just go ahead and put it on wherever is most convenient for you. So I'm going to rotate everything all the way up until it's right here. I'm going to take my key, and you'll see it's got an open end and a closed end. You put it right here in the middle and it'll slide on there. Then you'll take your pair of needle nose pliers. See if I can do this over top. And then, so you try to push it in there. And then clip it shut. Make sure it goes all the way on there. There we go. And it should look like that when you're done. Now all that's left to do is line everything up, and I'll show you that as well. Now what you want to look for is to make sure that your clutch and your drive sprocket line up as close to perfect as you can get them. You can see everything's in line. That should be good to go. Now we need to install our bolt. And it just goes right in here. We've got our flat washer and our lock washer. And that just helps hold everything on. Sometimes it may be helpful to hold the back of the clutch to prevent it from moving as you tighten down your bolt. Almost there. I know I said that before, but now it's really almost about to happen. Now we're going to tighten up the chain by moving the engine to get the slack out. It doesn't have to be super tight, but it does need to be pretty tight. About like that should be good. We're going to take our 1/2" wrench and ratchet and tighten everything down, and she should be ready to ride. Wouldn't you know it, my socket's not deep enough, so let me grab my other 1/2" wrench. This is why it's a good idea to have multiple 1/2" wrenches, 7/16, 10mm, 9/16. Never hurts to have too many.
You want to get these really good and tight. That way it doesn't shake the engine loose. And I'll come back when we're done, and we should be just about ready to run. I'm just going to check the engine oil and make sure it's got some gas in it, and we should be good to go. I'll see you guys when we take her out. Well, I hope y'all had fun. I sure enjoyed that nice ride. It was short, but hey, that little rascal's got some get up and go. Unfortunately, I do have some bad news. We had to bury our pet hamster, Harrison, tonight. He helped out my family a lot while I was away for a time, and unfortunately he passed away tonight. In his memory, and to help keep him with us, we're going to be renaming this go-kart. This go-kart is no longer going to be Big Red, this is going to be Harrison. So I hope you will join me in welcoming Harrison. We're going to breathe some new life into this go-kart, and we're going to get it up and running and looking good. I hope you'll stay tuned for next week's episode. Whenever we get a little bit more familiar with our engine, I'll show you where the components are and what they're called. After that, we should be getting ready to put a gasket kit on our engine. So that should be real fun, and hope you guys enjoy. So we'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to be notified of the latest video that comes out, I'm going to try and do it on Saturdays around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But just hit that notification bell if you're in some other part of the country in a different time zone or whatever your case may be. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you later.